So, full disclosure, we've been in Budapest now for about a week, and this place is blowing us away.
I'd say it's quickly becoming one of our absolute favorite cities that we've ever been to. Today we're going to go to some places that we've been before and we really want to show you, and some new places to us. So get ready. We started off Budapest by eating some really delicious Hungarian food, so we figured we'd kind of continue the theme into the beginning of this video. Right behind us is Central Market, or Great Market Hall, and we're going to check it out. This place is massive.
Look at this. I didn't expect it to be so big, so from what I can tell, it looks like there's like clothing items up top, and down on the ground floor, I think that's where the food is. This has got to be one of the biggest markets that we've ever been in. There's so much to do here, so much food, so much shopping. As you can see, it's kind of endless. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering why we look so sweaty today, there's been a heat wave here. It is the end of July, it's about 35 degrees, so you're gonna see us a sweaty mess.
I can't get over how much stuff is here. There's produce, cheese, meats. I think if I lived here, I'd definitely come to stock up on local and fresh stuff. If there's anything we've learned about Hungary, it's that they're not really big on light snacks. It's big, it's heavy, we're not that hungry, so we went for some fresh OJ.
If you guys do want to see us eat Hungarian food, make sure to go check out our last video because, well, we had a feast.
It was days ago and I'm still full. So we have made it down to probably the most recognizable and possibly beautiful building in all of Budapest. It also happens to be the largest building in all of Hungary and one of the tallest here in the city. It is the Parliament.
So if you don't recognize it yet, just come this way because you will the minute we show you this. Hopefully now this gives you guys a better look at this, but we're pretty tight to the building. So we're actually on a river. We're gonna go across to the other side. We should be able to see the Parliament building a lot better.
So we just came across this art display here on the river. I think it's either called Shoes on the River or Shoes on the Water, and it's an art display dedicated to people that were killed during the communist fascist era here in Hungary. So if you are wondering about the river, it is the famous Danube.
Yeah, it is an absolutely beautiful walk. But you know what? One thing we're kind of shocked about, we've been saying, there's no vendors down here. It's just a straight walk, like there's no cafes. In Vienna, it was totally different. You should check out that video. Just click right up here.
So we're currently on one of the iconic things here in Budapest. It's the chain bridge. It opened in 1849 and was the first permanent bridge to connect the two sides of the city.
And the two are Buda and Pest. The side we're just coming from is Pest. We're on our way to Buda. Now it's one city, Budapest.
So as you can see from this angle, you can see the river a lot better in the Parliament building where we just were.
So there are two things so far we noticed about the Buda side. One, it is really quiet, and two, it's very hilly.
It's flat on the Pest side.
I know. We also forgot to say, if you happen to be new around here, I'm Trevor. This is Anna. We're the Delightful Travelers. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell to follow along on our next video.
And I have a couple of little Budapest facts for you. There are about 1.7 million people in the city, and I also read that it's like the 10th biggest city in the EU. And I don't even think we should attempt to guess what the top 9 are because we would be so off. So if you know, comment below. So this is a bit of a surprise. We're in the Fisherman's Bastion. We thought it was just going to be like this castle-y thing behind us, but we get up here, there's a church, there are loads of people, this is where everybody is.
Yeah, clearly.
There's streets, there's hotels, we're in like a whole other part of the city.
Yeah, what is this?
So this is why we came over here. Check out the view. You can definitely see the Parliament buildings from over here.
Yeah, can you ever? Guys, look, there it is right there. That's where we were earlier. And there's the whole Pest side, but I don't think you can see the bridge, but the view here is absolutely stunning. So the views there are absolutely insane, and you know what? That's the free part. So if you come up here, there's an upper level that you can pay to get access to, but if you're at the ground level where we're standing now, we're just to the right of the statue. So come to the right of the horse, or the left, sorry, it's the left of the horse statue, and then you'll get the views that we just had.
Absolutely, and I have a little bit of history of this place for you. It was built, I think, between like 1895 and 1902 or something like that, so it's relatively new. Something I read online was a lot of people compared it to the logo in Disney. I'm not so sure about that, but I think the reason they said that because there's turrets. I don't know if you can see them from here.
Of them.
There's 7 of them, and the reason that there's 7 is that they represent the 7 tribes that came together to form Hungary in 895. So we've made it back over to the Pest side where it's kind of raining, but it feels good because it's really hot today. Behind me is the, I think it's called Dohani Synagogue. It's one of 3 here in the Jewish quarter. It's the biggest, but it's also the 2nd biggest synagogue in all of the world.
So the Jewish quarter is actually the smallest district here in Budapest, but it is the most populated.
And it's called the Jewish quarter because it's where the Jewish people lived before World War II. Of course, sadly, most of them were deported during the Holocaust. Now we're actually seeing a bit of a revival of Jewish culture here. There's, like I said, 3 synagogues, a lot of Jewish restaurants and Israeli restaurants. It's also like the super cool area. You're gonna find lots of great restaurants, lots of great cafes, and ruin bars, which we will get into shortly.
And we just walked by a really cool street market back there. We're gonna go check it out. Look what we got. This looks crazy.
So this may or may not be a traditional street food. We noticed them in the market as well. I think it's called kolbis, and it's basically like a bunch of sausages in this like wrapper of bread, and there's like cheese sauce and onions and a bunch of other yumminess happening. First up, no clue how to eat this. Maybe like an ice cream cone?
I think it's gonna get messy as we go. You're gonna go for it? There is a little stick there. It's probably like a fork. Is it good? So I guess the proper way to do this is use the little stick that it comes with.
Okay.
That wasn't so obvious to us, but now how it less messy.
So yummy. It's got like nacho cheese sauce on it, and then like those deep fried onions, which are the best thing ever. It is like a really fancy hot dog.
I think there's some mustard and ketchup in there too, mixed around, and you said there was onions already, so wow.
The onions are so good.
So our plan of attack here, we kind of ate all the sausages out of this first, but now we're left with a whole bunch of cheese and onions and just goodness overall. The bread is kind of like a bagel. There's sesame seeds all over this, and you can really taste it. It's soft in the middle and crispy. Like, what a awesome little treat this is. So now we just came back into this little courtyard, and we got some, what kind of beer is that? Borshodi. I'm pretty sure it's a lager, huh?
It's definitely a lager.
Yeah, Hungarian lager. But look at this little courtyard back here. It's very nice. Man, this is such a cool place.
Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now you're gonna cheers for me. So that place is amazing, and it's called Karavan Street Food, but now we're gonna have to check out one of the things you must do when you're in Budapest. We got to go see a room bar.
Yeah, and we were trying to scope out some different ones, try to get, you know, somewhere a little bit off the beaten path, but we're right next to the most famous one.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really big and really interesting, and it's the original one, so let's just do it.
Whoa, look at this place.
It's so cool.
It is actually in ruins. Look, there looks like there's a whole bunch of different rooms, huh?
Yeah.
There's a bar over there. Maybe we get a drink.
Let's do it.
So, we got a drink. We're pretty much, well, cheers, hey?
Cheers.
We're, right now, we're just in like the entryway, but it already looks like there's multiple rooms here. What is this place?
So if you're wondering how these came to be, I guess after World War II, all these buildings were just left derelict and nobody did anything with them for decades, I guess. And then in the early 2000s, all the cool kids came and snatched them up, bought them, and turned them into these awesome bars. I'm so glad we came to this one because we hadn't been here yet. It's super cool, loving it.
You guys, this is wild. Like, we've been to a few different room bars now, but none like this. There are multiple levels, multiple rooms. They're all very unique. We don't even know where to start in this place. It's so big. I mean, this is what Budapest is all about. I mean,
it really is.
This is what we've been loving about it. This whole scene is amazing.
So my go-to drink in Budapest so far has been Frost. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I feel like Trevor always orders it for me, so sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly. It's a little confusing to order because at first I just asked for one with rosé and they brought it to me, and then they started asking like how much of, it's basically rosé or white wine and soda water, so they started asking me amounts and I didn't know what, but now I know. One third rosé, 2/3 soda water. I think that's right.
You got it.
I got it?
You got it.
Okay.
We're upstairs now, and it just keeps continuing. There are so many. There's a room right there, a room over there. What? We've never seen anything like this before.
No.
Like anywhere we have been, we've been in some cool cities, but this is so unique. Budapest is so unique. We love it. Wow, Budapest has completely blown us away. This has honestly been one of our favorite cities to date. Now, if you watch the first half of our video, I mean, we loved all of that, but really what's like grabbing us about the city is what we just saw at the end. We've been here for a week, and that's the stuff at the end, like all the room bars, things like that. This is why we're falling in love with the city.
Absolutely. So this Jewish quarter has been really incredible.
Yes.
Like you said, like all the ruin bars and great restaurants. It's very affordable.
Yeah.
It's got like it like clicks all over our boxes.
Checks
basically.
every box. Anytime we get to a city where we can have any kind of cuisine that we want. So you can be at that street market that we were at, and you can get any food from anywhere in the world, and you can go to a restaurant. Same idea. You can get any food you want. That clicks all the boxes. Now, we travel, we bounce around a little bit, and every now and then we go a little bit slower. We don't know where this channel's gonna be in a few years, but we know one thing, we're trying to look for places where we can go a little slower.
Yeah, and we can stay longer and it can be affordable.
Right, so this is one of them. A few others have been Poland and Mexico and Croatia specifically, because they have everything that we're into for a very affordable price. So I'm trying to imagine like living here for a month. We would live in Budapest for a month.
I definitely would. I'd love to, actually.
Damn. Yeah. I wish we had more time, guys. This is it for now, but we know we're gonna be back here. We will show you more of Budapest in the future. We know that.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's it.
From Budapest, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.